Raise your hand if you watched the World Cup and thought, wait, did Team USA just do that? Yeah, same. Nobody saw this coming. Not the pundits, not the bookmakers, not even the most optimistic American fans. And yet, here we are. A team that was supposed to be a warm-up act is suddenly the story of the tournament. So what happened? Most people think it's luck, or a lucky draw, or a generational talent suddenly appearing out of nowhere. But here's the truth. Team USA isn't surprising anyone inside the locker room. They've been building this for years, not on talent alone, not on athleticism, on structure, on something most fans completely miss when they watch the game. Let me show you what I mean. The old American soccer identity was simple. Run fast, jump high, outwork the other team, and it worked sometimes. But international football doesn't care about your effort. It cares about your system, your spacing, your ability to read the game at full speed. And for years, the US just didn't have that. They had athletes. They didn't have a plan. Then something shifted. Around 2020, a quiet change happened in American youth development. The academies stopped chasing pure athleticism. They started teaching positioning, movement off the ball, how to create passing lanes that don't exist yet. The players coming through now, they've been drilled on this stuff since they were 12. That's the secret. That's the entire story. Look at how they press. Most teams press in straight lines. Run forward, chase the ball, hope for a mistake. The US presses in triangles. 3 players, 1 on the ball, 2 cutting off the passing options. The pressure isn't fast, it's smart, it's coordinated, and it's exhausting for the opposition. Once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. Then there's the transition. When they win the ball back, most teams panic. Hoof it forward, lose possession.
Oh no!
Reset. The US doesn't. They take 1 touch, 2 touches, and they look for the switch. You know that diagonal ball that keeps finding the winger in space? That's not luck. That's a pre-rehearsed trigger. The moment the ball turns over, the winger hits the line, the midfielder plays it over the top, no hesitation. That move is practiced hundreds of times a week, 3 seconds, 4 passes, and suddenly you're in on goal. That's not talent. That's system. Then there's the mentality. And this is where it gets really interesting. American players used to look nervous on the big stage. They'd make mistakes. They'd second guess themselves. This generation, they believe. And they believe because they've been given the tools. They know exactly what to do in every situation. Not because they're geniuses, because they've rehearsed every scenario. 2 attackers running at you, they know the drill. Hold position. Delay the pass. Force them wide. Crowded midfield, they know the drill. Drop deep. Create the numerical overload. Play the 1-touch combination. Down a goal with 10 minutes left, they know the drill. They're not playing scared, they're playing the script. And that's the real reason they're surprising everyone. Because most teams have talent, but most teams don't have clarity. The US has clarity. Every player knows their job. Every player knows what to do off the ball. Every player knows exactly where to be when the transition happens. That's the framework. And once you see it, you start noticing it everywhere. You notice the runs that open up space for teammates. You notice the passes that happen before the defender reacts. You notice the moments where the game slows down for the players who've prepared the most. That's what we're watching right now. A team that doesn't panic. A team that executes. A team that makes the game look easier than it is. And look, they might not win the whole thing. There are teams with more star power, teams with more tournament experience, teams that have been doing this for decades. But here's the thing. They've already won. They've won the perception battle. They've won the respect of the football world. And they've shown everyone that the gap isn't as big as we thought. So next time you watch them play, look past the scoreline. Look at the shape. Look at the spaces. Look at the moments where they just seem to know what's coming. That's not magic. That's preparation. That's the thing most people miss, but you won't. You're seeing it now. You're seeing the blueprint. And you actually own it. And if you want more World Cup data breakdowns like this, subscribe. There's a lot more coming this tournament.